Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hey, Joanne. How's your weekend been, Joanne? Good morning, Heath. How's your weekend? Hey, witchy woman. Good morning, Christy. I'm okay. I'm tired. I'm struggling with waking up this morning, but I'm okay. How are you? Just got off work. Oh, no. Hi, Cold Cases. I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for the follow. I hope everybody's been having a peaceful, relaxing weekend with all the blessings and all the beautiful weather. Hey, happy mama. I've actually had a really good weekend, Heath. Really good. Same, Christy, same. I'm all right, Kelly. How are you? Good. Oh, my husband and son went to see that. Well, my daughter saw it too with her cousins, but my husband and son went to see that a couple of weekends ago. They really enjoyed it. The weather has been beautiful, Lightning. Oh no, witchy woman. But I bet it was still peaceful and relaxing. Not a lot of Crystal Marie. I'm still sitting in my bed. I'm going to get up here in a little bit and do some things around the house. It's 11:17 here, and I've been up a few hours. Like, I've been awake since 8 something. But I've just been struggling this morning. Thank you for the baby deer. The Woodland Wonder. Yeah, I want to do some house stuff today for sure. Hi, Luann. How are you? I see you, homegirl. I appreciate you, Heath. You're always popping in people's lives and showing them love. You took your stitches out of your wrist? Girl, bye. I would pass out. I'm doing great, Luann. Hi, homegirl. Housework and homework. That was the story of my life for so many years. I'm supposed to be going back to school, and I was actually supposed to start back April 17th. But because I already have a bachelor's degree and the financial aid that I took out for that bachelor's degree, I'm going to have to do it. Like, I'm going to have to go towards a master's, like my paralegal master's, if that makes sense. That is the only way that I can take out any more financial aid. Stuck in, I don't have baby powder sugar scrub. I only have baby powder body butter and Fruity Pebble body butter, but I will be making a video later. I have to see how many I have left because I did have people that have already claimed some. Hi, brown-eyed girl. Ooh, that sounds terrible, Crystal. I hope that you're healing okay. Thank you for the heart on. So there's actually a reason why I'm live. There is something I want to talk about. Good morning, Green Eyes. Someone that I care a lot about was done very dirty this weekend on this app. And there's a mouse! There was a mouse! And That's not okay. And it's not okay for anybody. That's the thing. I love seeing people come on this app and make friends. And if you're going to share your phone number with someone on social media that you meet, that is your prerogative. Hi, homegirl. But please be careful. Unfortunately, there are people on this app who have the every man for themselves mentality. And they will be your friend until the end as long as it benefits them in some way. But once it stops benefiting them in whatever aspect it is that they were looking for, they are going to be so quick to throw you under the bus. So quick. They do not care. There are some people who are so hyperfixated on growing a platform that they don't care if they have to grow a platform by hurting other people. It's not that they're after respect. It's not that they're after having a good name on this app. It's not that they care about people following them genuinely for them. They just want the follows. It's that simple. They just want the follows, even though they know deep down people are only following them for the shit show circus. But that platforms that are built that way, eventually crumble. They eventually fall. If you can't come on this app and hold a platform by being 100% yourself, then that's not truly your platform. I'm just saying. It's not. There are people that I made friends with on this app that I thought so much of that really disappointed me this week. People I unfollowed because, and you know, it probably doesn't matter to them, and that's okay. But for example, I got into an argument with a very dear friend of mine many, many months ago. We got into a bad argument and we stopped speaking for a long time. And here's the thing. The whole reason we got into an argument is because I was listening to people spew shit out of their mouths. That is why we got into that argument. And I went at this person something awful. I was so disrespectful and I was so rude. And then we had a mutual friend. Okay? I hope everybody's following along. But we had a mutual friend. And that mutual friend came to me and said, hey, I really think you need to look at the facts. I really think you need to look at the truth because so-and-so is a good person and they didn't do these things that you're accusing them of. So I did. I looked at the facts. I took accountability. I went directly to this person and I apologized. And our friendship now is stronger than it ever was before. It was great. However, that same mutual friend has now really stabbed the person that I have the friendship with in the back. I know it sounds so confusing. It sounds confusing me saying it, but I'm just asking that you guys are careful. Yeah, Heath, I've had to step away from so many people. Good morning, Debbie. I'm going to tell you guys this. And I'm going to name drop. And I'm not going to bash said person. I'm not going to do anything along those lines. How many of you follow an account called Snarkers US? If you follow Snarkers US and drop me a 1 in the chat, and listen, that's okay. It's okay. Like, I'm not going to come at you any type of way. I promise. No judgment. But if you follow Snarkers US, I want to see a 1 in the chat. Now, for those of you that follow this person, and even those of you that don't, I want to ask you a question. How would you feel if you were close friends with someone and you confided in said person, and then the minute you two had a falling out, they exposed all of your text messages? What would you think of that person? Aw, thank you, Cold Cases. Hi, Chrissy. Happy Sunday. If you were friends with someone and you confided in them on the back end and you had a falling out, one falling out, and they dropped it all for the public, how would you feel about that person? Me too, T-Sipper. Me too, Chrissy. That part, Crystal. That, Coez. That, Blackhearted. If they do it once, they will do it again, and all trust is gone. Well, here's the thing. Those of you that are following Snarkers US or whatever their name is, guess what? That's what they did. That's what they did this weekend. They had a falling out. One falling out with an amazing person that had confided in them. And Snarkers took it upon herself to drop everything that said person had confided in them. So, again, you guys follow who you want to follow. There is no judgment here. But be aware of who you're following. That is the point that I'm trying to get. Be aware of who you're engaging with on this app. That part, Christy. And here's the thing. Here's the thing. A lot of people are not aware, but this is not the first person that Snarkers has done this to. I will say that. This is not the first person. And that's all I'll say on that. The other situation had nothing to do with me, obviously. This situation, though, does, because some of the text messages that Snarkers found it upon herself to drop included a period in time where I had conflict with that friend that I accused of things that I had to take accountability for. She dropped text messages that just re-brought up bullshit that didn't need to be brought back up anymore. It is an every man for themselves mentality. Every man for themselves mentality. I will say I was in Psycho Bunny's live that day because clearly people know who I'm talking about. I was in Psycho Bunny's live that day, and Psycho Bunny was not calling anyone a scammer. Psycho Bunny was making it clear that she does not stand by a $20,000 GoFundMe. And guess what? I 100% agree. Many of us 100% agree. $20,000 is a lot of money. That's a lot of money to ask of people on social media. Point blank, period. But she was not calling anybody a scammer. And not only was Snarkers texting the shit out of Psycho Bunny on the back end during that live, then she decided to talk her smack on the live itself, trying to cause conflict between Psycho Bunny and others. And she did. She did cause conflict between Psycho Bunny and others. There's another creator that I adore on this app that has run with this narrative from Snarkers. Someone that Psycho Bunny has been there for as a ride or die. And I'm not going to drop her name because I am really trying to be respectful with this. But if they listen to this live, you know who you are, and I want you to know that I am so fucking disappointed in you. You are who came to me when Psycho Bunny and I had our falling out. But now look what's happening. This is not okay. Listen, if you're befriending somebody on this app and you have a falling out with them, why would the first thing that comes to mind as to what you should do be to drop everything that was confided to you? That hurts my heart that there are people like that on this app. Right, Kat, right. Exactly, Chrissy, exactly. I just don't understand how people's first thought when they have a falling out with a friend is to put it all out there that was confided to them. I'll never understand that. Here's the thing. For those of you that have been following me a long time on this app, I've had falling outs with a lot of people. I will take accountability for that. Some situations I was in the wrong, some situations I wasn't. But can anybody name one time where I have dropped text messages or call recordings with information that people confided in me when we had falling outs? I'll wait. Can anybody name one time? I'll wait. Oh, homegirl, if that happens, I promise there will be a side of me that comes out on this app that people have never seen because I will not allow that. No, absolutely not. That's all PB has ever tried to do is help people. She has one of the biggest hearts. And when I heard her on this app so upset yesterday, I became livid. Because nobody deserves to get that emotion from her. Thank you, Give a Talk. Nobody deserves to hurt her that way. Oh, I'm sure, Chrissy. I'm sure. We can definitely have a conversation. Oh, so she deleted her video on YT? Listen, I will be so honest with y'all. I woke up at 8 something this morning and I have been in my bed ever since. Because, and maybe I shouldn't let things like this get to me, but I just don't understand it. And I have been trying to rack my brain of why people are like that. Why are they like this? Oh, we're not friends anymore, so now I'm just going to drop everything that you ever confided in me and joke's on you, motherfucker. What the fuck? It does, Chrissy, it does. I had a good conversation with PB yesterday, but I'm going to tell you something. She has emotions. She has feelings. She is a human being, and the ones that are so quick to drop shit like that, I wonder, are they fucking robots? Because clearly there's no humanity there. Thank you, Dorlinda, for the hanging lights. You don't have to do that. And I'm sorry to come on here and vent and rant. You know what? I have been so calm the last few weeks. I've been being quiet about a lot of things, and I'm going to continue to be that way. Thank you, Heath, for the manifesting. You don't have to do that. But Psycho Bunny is my friend. And to be honest, I don't think it would have cared who it was. That's not okay for no one. No one. She didn't, Kat. Not at all. So again, for those of you that are following Snarkers US, be mindful of who you're following. Be mindful. I don't care who anybody follows. Your TikTok account is your TikTok account. That is 100% clout chasing, Cat. Again, it is an every man for himself mentality. And it's disgusting. And listen, Give a Talk or anyone else, I'm not asking people to unfollow her. But I want you guys to really pay attention. I appreciate you, Heath. When you have someone, like I said, who has a friendship that they've built, and as soon as that friendship falls apart, the very first, and I mean within hours, the very first thing that they decide to do is drop everything that their quote unquote ex-friend confided in them. I'm sorry, that's not somebody I want to follow. I agree, Chrissy, 100%. You're absolutely right, White Lotus. And that's why I have just kind of been... People don't see me on this app as much. You don't. I've been on this app more the last few days than I have been in 3 weeks. They absolutely are, Joanne. That part, Kat. Exactly. What kind of person has a conversation with their friend on the phone and the first thought that they have is to record that call? Excuse me? This is why I don't take phone calls. Thank you for the Night Star door, Linda. I appreciate you. This is honest to God why I rarely talk to people on the phone. There is less than 5 people from this app that I will talk to on the phone. Less than 5 people. But guess what? Psycho Bunny is one of them. Because I know when I have a phone call with her, her first thought is, let me record this call with Raggedy. And I think I'm one of them, Chrissy. I'm pretty sure I have your number. There are only a few people that have my number on this app, and my phone is overheating. That is so wild. PB's one of them, and Villain is one of them. Hey, Jessica Jane. Yeah, woosa. Thank you for the hi, Bear. At the end of the day, again, friends, just be careful. Just be careful. That's the biggest moral. Be careful and don't be a piece of shit. Thank you for the Dizzy Bird. Thank you for the bouquet. Thank you, guys. You guys don't have to do that. Jessica Jane, we're talking about people who have an every man for himself mentality. Good afternoon, Muffy. Absolutely, White Lotus. All right, y'all. I just wanted to come on here and say my piece with this. This has really been bothering me. Please go out of your way to make somebody smile today. Please. Please be careful and pay attention to who you're following. Be careful who you give your phone number out to and have phone calls and text messages with. And I hope you guys have a blessed Sunday. I may come back on later. Bye. I just got done right.